Zoe! What the hell have you done? Stabbing my family's oldest son in the back like that. As his wife, who the hell do you think you are? Because you went and had that affair with another man, my son jumped off the top of a building in order to end his life. I don't want a devilish woman like you coming to his funeral, then I'll be forced to kill you. And don't you even think about coming around looking for whatever money he's left behind after that, because you're not getting a single penny of it. I will never let you get away with what you've done to my family. How could you do this? Wesley, do you have a moment to talk?
Oh, hey, Zoe.
Are you close to getting home to your mom's house?
Well, the thing is, while I was taking the bus home, one of the tires burst, and so we all had to get off and wait for a new bus to come and get us, so we're running a few hours late. I think there's still another 40 minutes left to go now, but I wouldn't be surprised if that's a lie.
Is that right? I'm sorry that happened to your bus. Hopefully you brought some snacks with you in order to have something to eat while you're waiting.
Thanks. And I had a granola bar in my bag that I ate while waiting outside.
Did you talk with your mom at all about it? I'm sure she was worried that you hadn't made it close to her house yet.
I made sure to send her an email about it. She still hasn't replied to me yet, but I'm assuming around this time she's in the bathtub and doesn't have her phone on her.
I see. By the way, that should mean your mom is still not texting or using any other messaging app like that, right?
That's right. The last time she tried texting with anyone, she got really angry at the keyboard on her phone and broke it. So she's just stuck to doing things like email and calling people. She's really getting up there in age now, so it makes sense why, with all the newer cell phones becoming even more advanced, she's less and less likely to try texting again. If she really did want to try again, she'd be really terrible at it.
That's what I thought.
Why are you asking? What happened?
Well, listen, I got a few strange texts from someone who was trying to act like your mom and was trying to get something from me. The contact was one I've never seen before, but the ID for the number said nothing besides mother-in-law. I just wanted to check with you about it and make sure your mom didn't all of a sudden start texting.
What? In other words, they made it look as though they were my mom? And that they were able to text you and everything about me?
I'm sure it's not her, though. Especially because of the things they were telling me about regarding you. Everything made no sense at all. It was almost like some kind of a horror story.
What was it all about?
To you, I'm sure this is going to be something really horrifying to hear.
Well, you wanted to get a better understanding of who it might be, and that's why you're texting me now, right?
Well, yeah. Because it was about something that I need to confirm with you before you get home to your mom.
Then how about you send me screenshots of everything that person said about me, and I can read through it all.
I can do that, but just be very careful as you read it all.
If you're asking me to be careful, it must be a hard read. All right, I'll be careful. Zoe, I read through it all. I see now what you meant by it being pretty horrifying. I sure don't think that I've died or anything, unless I've become a ghost and don't know it yet.
Wesley, are you going to be all right?
Yeah, I'm fine. Sure, that got my heart racing pretty quickly, but you can tell that whoever this oldest son they're talking about is, they're not me. You might want to just ignore it, to be honest. There's nothing we can do to help whoever that is.
That's what I thought. Having to get so many scary messages like that from someone I don't know has really made me feel a bit sick to my stomach.
Thanks for checking with me about it, but I'm gonna be okay.
No worries, and happy to hear that.
But you should really just block that number, Zoe, or at the very least mute all their message notifications and just ignore them until I come back home tomorrow.
Those are good points. I'll just mute it for now.
Also, refrain from going out for a bit, just in case whoever that is targeting you. Tomorrow, I'm going to be driving around a bit in the morning, so at that time, I won't be able to respond to anything from you. My mom and I have a lot of things to take care of before we're ready to take her car and come back home to you.
I'm aware. Luckily, I don't have any plans to go out, and I'll just be chilling at home.
Make sure to lock the doors and windows as well, please, just in case.
Sure thing. Thanks for reminding me. Zoe! Not only have you never replied to me since I sent you all those texts, but you never even came back to the house, either! Do you have any idea what the hell you've done to my son? And now you're ignoring all these texts from your dead husband's mother of all people? I don't care how much you've been sleeping with another man behind our backs, you are still my son's wife and need to be here. At least do your job one last time as his wife and come here to take care of his parents. I don't know where the hell you're hiding at right now, but you get your ass back here right now. I swear if you don't start replying to me soon, I'll call the police on you and file a formal report saying you were the one that talked my son into killing himself. Then I'll be the least of your concerns while you're being taken away by the police and sent to prison for killing a man. Zoe! Wesley, good morning. I'm sure that you're in the middle of driving right now. When you have a chance to chat, please text me back.
Good morning, Zoe. It'll be another hour or so before I'm back home. We wanted to get some breakfast while we were out, and so we stopped at a restaurant to take a break. Luckily, we took care of most of the paperwork before coming here, so once we're done eating, we'll be ready to come back to the house.
Your mom is with you, right?
Well, of course she is. Did something else happen?
I made sure to mute that person's number, but I forgot to mute calls from them as well. And, well, they were calling me this morning. So I took a look at my phone to see what all they'd said to me since yesterday, and all of it is even worse than before.
Seriously? And I made sure to check with my mom, and she's still not using her phone to text or anything.
Thank God. It's not like any of the messages from this person look anything like the way your mom would text me if she could anyway. By the way, have you told her about this happening?
I did. I showed her all those screenshots of the texts you sent me while explaining what happened. She started to go off about how no one should ever be allowed to talk about me like that or talk to you like that. She was pretty upset, which wasn't surprising at all.
I see. So this must just be someone trying to either scam me right now, or it's someone else's mother.
Hold on a second.
What?
My mom actually took a look at those screenshots again and said that she noticed something about whoever that is' profile picture.
Huh? The profile picture?
The profile picture is... Well, there's something in that picture that my mom remembers seeing once before. She told me that she remembers those exact artificial flowers in the picture from somewhere. Now that I've taken a closer look, I kind of remember seeing those flowers somewhere myself.
Then there's a chance that this person is someone both you and your mom know?
Anyway, we're gonna finish our breakfast here, and then we'll be heading back to my mom's house. Then I'll make the trip back to you.
All right, I'll be waiting for you.
Zoe! I remembered where those artificial flowers are from.
What? Wesley? What do you remember about the flowers? Aren't you supposed to be in the middle of work, by the way?
I've remembered something critical about them. I know where that house is with those flowers and everything.
Wait, whose house is it?
That would be your ex-husband's house, I believe.
What?
And what I should be saying is that house belonged to his parents before they moved out. They should be long gone now, so there must be a new family living there now.
That's right. You and Kyle are coworkers, aren't you? And now that I really think back, the way I first ran into you was when I was out with Kyle and he introduced me to you saying you were a good friend of his.
That's right. I learned that back when he was only in second grade, his parents got a divorce and he was forced to move with his mom into her parents' house. And he was living there up until he graduated from high school. My mom and his were good friends back then, so I would always go over to that house with her so that she could talk with his mom for hours.
So that's where you remember those fake flowers from then.
I'm sure you know what ended up happening later on, right? 8 years ago, his mom ended up getting into a lot of debt after borrowing so much money, and that led to Kyle and her getting into a lot of fights, and then him cutting ties to her.
Yeah, and that's why when I started to date him and eventually married him, I'd never seen his mother.
I'm starting to see what might be going on here.
What?
I mean, you got that message from the person saying you went and had an affair, and that led to her son jumping off a building and killing himself, right? And then they sent you some things about not wanting you at the funeral. If there was really a funeral being held for Kyle, then I would have heard about his death through work and through some of our friends from back in the day.
Good point. So this really is a scam then, right?
Most likely, but I want to check on one more thing with one of my friends.
All right, please do. Zoe, you cut that crap out right now and reply to me. How many times do I have to ask you all of this before you actually comply? Ignoring your own husband's mother of all people. I'm about to dial 911 right now and tell them that I found the person behind my son's death. The one that would really like for the other to cut the crap out right now is me. So, you're finally replying to me now, Zoe. And the first thing you're going to say to me is that? Those parents of yours that raised you really did an awful job raising a respectable wife. Right now, my mother-in-law is sitting right next to me laughing her ass off over all this crap you keep trying to pull. Now, who the hell are you? And don't tell me that you're my mother-in-law, because you're not. Huh? Sitting next to you? And my husband is with me right now as well. In other words, I knew that you weren't my mother-in-law a long time ago, so there's no trying to fool me here. And as for the police, I've already called them and told them that your number is a scam number and that they can start to investigate at any time now. What? What are you going on about right now? If this helps you understand things any better, my mother-in-law moved in with us a few days ago. And right now, we're drinking some tea out on the patio. Huh? So, both your mother-in-law and your husband are together with you right now? My mother-in-law was living by herself for some time, but after my husband and I bought a brand new place that is much larger and has a guest bedroom, we've decided to have her come and live with us. Huh? Oh, you're really sleep-talking now, aren't you? We live in an apartment. We're having to rent this place. Now you shut the hell up and listen to me. All right, so you are just a stupid little scammer. If you'd really like for me to call you by the name you deserve, then I'll call you my ex-mother-in-law. Does that work for you? Huh? Your ex? You're Ivy, correct? The mother of my ex-husband, Kyle? You're telling me that Kyle is your ex-husband? Zoe, you're already married to another man now? Who the hell are you with now? I will never tell you that information. You tell me who they are right now. Who the hell would tell a complete stranger private information about their family like that? You shut your damn mouth and tell me who he is right now. No. All you are is a nuisance, and on top of that, a scammer. I don't have the patience anymore to put up with your attitude now, so please just stop talking to me. I'll be going now. Zoe, I want you to pay me a settlement of $100,000 for having that affair while married to my son. Since Kyle is no longer with us, thanks to you, I'll be the one taking that money in his place. I'll send you all the bank information for my account after this, so make sure that the money gets into it by Friday next week, please. I will only allow you to pay me that $100,000 in one lump sum. Now pay up! Zoe, where the hell hell is that settlement? I'm talking about that $100,000 you owe me. So you haven't learned to shut the hell up then? I told you that today was the deadline for you to have that money sent into my bank account, right? And what's the reason you want me to send you that money for again? Are you telling me you're not listening to the mother of the man you killed after you went and had an affair with another man? Here's the thing, though. I haven't been his wife for years now, so stop calling me such and go screw yourself. I know that already, but that doesn't mean you never went and had an affair while married to my son. I never did, though. Huh? But you just told me last week that you went and married the man you were cheating on my son with. I will not allow you to backtrack here saying that you never ever married that man. The man who is my husband now is a man that I started to date and then married 1 year after I had divorced Kyle. And if you want to know something else, that divorce between Kyle and I took place 5 years ago now. What? The reason we got divorced? We both had different ideas about the kind of family we wanted to have, as well as the kind of future we wanted to have with one another, making it too difficult for us to live with one another. Neither one of us blamed the other, and when we got the divorce, we made sure to split our properties fair and square, and then never talked to one another again. Huh? So you're telling me for the past 5 years you never knew about him and I getting a divorce? Wait, but Kyle... Because his wife was sleeping with another man. He took his life after jumping off a building downtown. No, he didn't. Kyle is still very much alive right now. Huh? By the way, the only accident I ever remember him having was a broken leg, and that wasn't even from falling off a building. Huh? Now, you listen to me right now, Ivy. It has been 8 years now since your son went and cut you out of his life for good. I understand that he's living far away from the rest of us right now, and that it may be very difficult for you to get accurate news about him. But what you call him falling off a building and killing himself wasn't really that at all. He was just at work one day eating lunch, and after his break was over with, he went to go back down the stairs to his desk. And as he was about to descend, he tripped and fell down 2 flights of stairs without stopping. What? Is that what happened? He also did get cheated on by his wife at some point, but that some point was around a year ago, and they are not divorced. In other words, your threats against me after claiming I was the one that made him kill himself isn't going to fly at all. Right. There is something very crucial that I just said there, and I will repeat it one more time. It was Kyle's second wife who had an affair and cheated on him, not me. What? And not a single person at the moment has heard anything about him having a funeral now, right? I just assumed that I never heard anything about the funeral because he had cut ties to me so long ago and nobody wanted me to go. Is that what you assumed? Anyway, all of the things we found out on our end have been relayed to you for your sake. Which now means that from now on, there is no reason for you to ever be bothering me with any of your crap ever again, right? Well, hold on a second. About that $100,000. Have you even been listening to what I said? I divorced Kyle 5 years ago, and we never wanted to get a settlement from one another. And that happened after he had cut ties to you, so you don't get to have a part in any of his affairs anyway. So shut the hell up about some BS settlement for $100,000 and go screw yourself, Ivy. I am in extreme debt right now. Extreme debt, huh? I'm in debt $50,000 right now to a male prostitute. You're in debt $50,000, yet you were threatening me for $100,000? Why is that? I wanted to have more money in order to be able to afford him and not go into debt. Is that right? Are you going to help me? You understand as a woman yourself, wanting to have all your pleasures met by a man that knows what he's doing, right? Screw off. What? Such a disgusting bitch. Zoe! With all that having been said, goodbye forever. No way, wait a second. Oh, please just give me $100,000. That's all I'll ever ask from you. And with all of that having ended, it turns out that the scammer who was yelling at me and blaming me for cheating and killing her son was just my ex's mother of all people trying to scam me out of my money. Word about this soon made it to Kyle himself, so he went around telling everyone he knew not to ever talk to her, and block her number immediately if she tried to reach out to them. And the reason why Ivy was ever able to get my new number in the first place was because of some uncle of Kyle's that just so happened to know it and let her have it. I made sure to tell Kyle about that, and Kyle went to his uncle and cussed him out for doing such a ridiculous thing to me. From now on, there really shouldn't be any more trouble for me regarding that family and all their BS. Now, as for Ivy and that $100,000 she was trying to scam me out of in order to afford that male prostitute she was with, the pimp of said prostitute found out that she was already in debt $50,000 and wouldn't be able to afford that man anymore. So he cut her off from him and told her to leave them alone. She was later not able to pay her apartment's rent, and a week after that, notice came from her landlord and she was forcibly removed by the police. From what I've heard about her through some rumors, she had to start working as a prostitute herself, and apparently is living with her pimp who treats her horribly. I'm pretty sure there's never going to be another day in her life that will be easy for her. But that's what scamming assholes like her kind of deserve. A year has gone by now since those events took place, and Ivy started having to work as a prostitute in her old age. I saw in the news that some sort of a serious problem ended up happening, and she became the victim of a very disturbing crime. What the police and the news reporter both said is that due to her old age and everything, she wasn't doing too well finding men who would pay to sleep with her. And so she got into this cycle of using whatever money she made on things like plastic surgery instead of paying off her debts. She ended up going all the way to Mexico for a surgery that was said to be really cheap and would allow her to get the breasts of a young woman back, which did happen. And for about a week or two after coming back to the US, she was doing really well and lots of men were starting to pay for her services. But after that, her health severely deteriorated. She was found to have developed breast cancer not too long after she started to feel ill, but instead of helping her get treatment for it, her pimp tossed her on the streets. And she was forced to fend for herself. However, without her line of work making her any more money, she was really not able to pay off her debt anymore, and soon the loan shark that she really pissed off found her. The police report states that all they found was her deceased body in the back alley downtown somewhere, and that they're actively searching for said loan shark, but don't have any leads. I called Kyle to see what he thought about all of that after seeing the news, but all he said was that she got what she deserved, and sadly, I believe the same thing. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.
Sam? Are you really going to be staying with your father after all of this is over with? What? What do you want now out of all times? You're annoying me. If I were to go with you, the housewife, then I'd be left to a life of misery and no money. I can tell you, you don't know how to support yourself on your own, so there is no way you'll be able to care for me too. I want to make it all the way to college and be able to get a master's at some point. And before then, when I start going to high school, I want to be able to wear the nicest clothing and go out to really fancy cafes with all of my popular friends. I am also wanting to get myself one of the coolest men in the school to become my boyfriend, and with that, a lot of money too. So after thinking about all the things I want, I decided that I'd be going with Dad and his really cute and young girlfriend. She happens to run her own bar even, so she has to have a lot of money as well. And she told me that if I allow her to marry Dad, she's going to give me an allowance of $500 a month. That's a way better deal than whatever a useless woman like you could do for me. So those are your reasons for wanting to go with your father after this divorce? Well, of course. Also, I had been the one talking with Dad about how I wanted him to wait on getting this divorce until I had turned 15. What? Being 14 years or younger, there was a very high chance that you could get custody of me in the divorce, and neither Dad or I wanted that to happen. So I asked Dad to wait until I turned 15, so I could choose who I wanted to go with. And while you guys had been waiting, your father was cheating on me with that other girl? That's right. And I love thinking about how she'll become my cool new mom. So please stop asking me if I'm sure I want to be with her more than you. By the way, hurry up and leave us already. Starting tonight, my new mom is going to be coming to this house and will start to live here with Dad and I. Her name is Allie, by the way. And we both don't want her to run into Dad's ex-wife on her first day here. I'd feel bad for her if that happened.
I'm leaving, Sam.
Then, make it quick. Dad already took full custody of me because that's what I wanted. So you're not even my mom anymore. Which means you can't talk to me anymore like one.
I wasn't trying to. Sam, I was just trying to help you out here. After realizing that this whole time, your grandma had been tricking you into thinking that I'm a bad person.
I listened to her because she would buy me anything I wanted if I listened. And she's a lot nicer than you.
And that's the reason why I wanted to check with you one last time before I go. I had this feeling deep down that maybe you didn't want what your grandma was telling you, and that perhaps you still wanted to be my daughter. But after this conversation, it is clear to me that you don't want me anymore. That's too bad. At least now I know that I no longer have to worry about you, since you don't want that from me. Thank you very much. Now I feel a little bit better about all of this.
Huh?
Goodbye forever, my ex-daughter.
Congratulations on being married to my dad for a year. Today you're going out with him for you guys' anniversary, right? And have a wonderful night.
Thank you so much, Curtis. I really wish you could have come along with us tonight. If it wasn't for you agreeing that your dad is getting married to me, then something like tonight would never be happening between him and I.
I really like that you want to invite me out with you both, but this is your guys' anniversary, and I don't want to be there as a third wheel.
You think you'd become a third wheel? Then, how about in a couple of days, the three of us could go out and have a casual dinner?
That would be awesome. Seriously, Mom, thank you so much for becoming my mother.
Why are you being so open with me about this?
I'm sure you want to know why a 24-year-old man like me is being so squishy right now. But my real mother passed away back when I was only 1 year old. And ever since then, my dad has been taking care of me on his own, while never even bothering to find someone else. He's been without a woman in his life for over 20 years now, and yet he finally ran into someone who opened his eyes again. And that was you, at the cafeteria in you guys' office building, right? And did you know, he came to me after the first time he laid his eyes on you, asking me for advice with women? He told me he had no clue what to do about you, and how to ask you out.
I never knew that. Something like that could really happen?
Well, considering my dad would rarely ever go to the cafeteria since he's a CEO, he sort of asked me to go and talk with you some in his place, since I'm in there almost every day. He even started asking me to come up with a plan for him to use in order to get you to go on a date.
Does that mean the idea of reserving a table closest to where I was working for the CEO to have lunch was...
That's right. That was all my idea. I knew that by having my dad sit down close to where you had to work in the cafeteria, you would be forced to talk with him and him with you.
Curtis, wow.
We made sure to do all of this with the help of the secretary and some of my dad's closest friends there. One of them being the HR director, and we asked if it would be okay to do something like that in the hopes of getting my dad and you to talk. And he told us that he'd let it happen. Normally, it would be inappropriate for the CEO to be trying for a relationship inside the workplace, but everyone knew how lonely my dad had been and that he really needed someone. So in the end, we had everyone helping my dad out.
I found it a bit crazy that within 3 months of talking to the CEO, I was already going out on dates with him and stuff after work. Wow. You all did so much for the both of us.
Please keep the fact that I was behind all of this a secret, please.
What? I wonder if I can keep this a secret or not.
What? I'm not sure how I feel about you right now. Please don't say anything to anyone about all that, please. My dad would get very upset if he heard that I was talking again.
That's a good point. Well, it really is all because of you that your dad and I are so happy. So I suppose I will keep my mouth shut about everything you've told me today.
Please, Mom, please!
If I don't start leaving the house soon, I will miss my appointment.
What? Oh, it's already that time of day. Have a good time, Mom.
Thank you, and I'll talk to you later.
Mama, are you doing alright?
What?
This is Sam. Your daughter, Sam. Just the other day I saw you going into and sitting down at that super fancy French restaurant with another man. I was wondering what the heck was going on there, and so I started to ask around a little bit. And that's when I learned that you got married to the CEO of a tech firm. The fact that you were able to land a money bag like that at the age of 45 is amazing, Mama. I'll come back and be your cute little daughter again for you, so please give me $20,000. So, when can you and I meet?
I was wondering what you wanted to talk to me about. You really think that I just have some large amount of money like $20,000 sitting around?
Huh?
And even if I did have that kind of money on me right now, I wouldn't be giving it to some stranger for absolutely no reason. You have to have a very good reason for asking something like that. But I don't think you do.
What? I have a reason, though. A great reason, as a matter of fact. It's the best reason you're going to hear.
I doubt that.
I just told you that your daughter, who you haven't seen, is willing to meet you again and become your cute little girl once more, right? And for that reason, I would like you to give me $20,000. Kind of like a payment for my services to you. I am sure as my mom, you'd be more than happy to listen to what I'm asking and give me that money, right?
5 years ago.
Huh?
You told me that you chose to have your father's girlfriend, Allie, as your new mother, right? So ever since that divorce, I have never been your mother. And there is nothing that would make me become your mother again now.
Ah, you're talking about that. Well, all of that never happened. Never. I take back everything I said to you then.
And why is that?
Because Dad and Allie ended up getting divorced. That bar I told you Allie had been running, well, she wasn't that great of a business owner, and so after only a few years it went bankrupt and she lost the bar. And that meant the $500 a month that she promised me before was no longer coming. At that point, I realized I really couldn't use her anymore. Grandma also ended up passing away last year, so the only person ever giving me money is Dad. It's not even that much each month, so I'm tired of relying on him too. That's when I found out that you found yourself a really good ATM and now living large. Right? That's why if you give me $20,000 right now, I will come out and see you and start being your cute little daughter again. And from then on, I'll let you see me whenever you want. Heck, I'll even come out and move in with you if you'd like.
Hold on, I have to go.
Hey, don't start getting too cocky now, you little brat.
What? Mama?
I'll tell you this right now. I took her phone for a little bit, so that means you're not talking to your mom at the moment.
Then who are you?
I'm your mama's stepson, after she married my dad a year ago.
Huh? Oh, is that so? I guess it's not that strange for someone the age of that CEO to have a kid or two by now, so, how old are you?
I'm 24 years old.
And I am 20 years old. Which makes you my older brother then. Which is just crazy to me because I've never had any siblings before. Nice to meet you, big brother.
I told you to stop acting like such a cocky brat.
Huh? You should be treating me like a little princess right now since I'm your little sister. But you're saying that to me?
I was already told that you're not my mom's daughter. So don't even think for a second more that you were related to me in any way.
But... You can't start calling a young woman a brat like that. And it's not like you and I have ever met one another yet.
Looks to me like you have no idea who I am then.
I've never met you in my life, so of course I have no idea who you are, idiot.
I'm Curtis.
What?
My name is Curtis.
Oh, wait. No freaking way. There's no way you're the Curtis who used to be working as a store manager at Allie's bar, right?
Sorry to say, but that's me. And you picked on me so much at that job that I could probably file a claim against you for verbally harassing me there. Calling me a lowlife for only being raised by a single father, and saying I had no chance in life because my mom died when I was only 1. I'm that Curtis.
Oh, wait, what the heck is going on here? You've been the son of a CEO this whole time? And right now you're the son of the CEO that my mom married?
I'm just as shocked as you are right now. I never thought that someone as kind-hearted and open-minded as Megan would have such an audacious and annoying daughter as you? Well, from what she was telling me, her twisted mother-in-law at the time had been feeding you lies about your mom and spoiling you at the same time. So I guess I can see how you turned out like such a selfish brat.
Hey! I don't care who you are to me. You're saying too much.
Well, if you don't want to hear anything else from me, then scram. Leave my mom alone and go find someone else to try leeching off of.
What? But what about $20,000 that she's going to be giving me?
And from what she said, she doesn't want to meet you ever again, so you're not getting that money.
Huh?
In other words, that $20,000 you were asking her for in exchange for meeting up with her again isn't going to do you any good.
But I need that money.
Why do you need something like $20,000 so badly?
Because I freaking needed it. Give me back to my mom right now and let me talk to her about this.
You really think that she's going to be willing to give a whiny little brat like you that kind of money?
Of course she will be. No matter what, I am still her cute little daughter after all.
You really have come all the way back to the same person you asked your dad to cheat on, and then leave so that you can get $500 per month from your dad's girlfriend to help you now? I know what you need that $20,000 for, Sam. You need it in order to help your dad pay off that settlement he's been asking for by Allie, after she found out your dad was cheating on her with another woman at that bar.
What?
I heard all about this from one of my previous coworkers who had been working there with me before.
Don't tell me you told my mom about that.
Sorry, but she knows. I started to learn about how you had been going around asking about my mom and who her husband is. Knowing that you were nothing but bad news for all of us here, I spoke with my dad about what I had learned about your dad at that bar, and he gave me the green light to tell my mom about everything that's been going on.
What the hell are you doing?
I would like to ask you that goddamn same thing. Megan has finally found herself smiling again after she was able to marry my dad and become part of my family. If you continue to pester my mom and get in the way of her relationship to my dad, I will not go easy on you. Understood?
What the hell?
There was still something I was left questioning after that day, and that was me wondering why Sam came to me out of all people asking to give her $20,000 to help her pay her dad's settlement. And well, as it turns out, that her dad ended up getting that other woman pregnant while he was cheating on Allie. And all of his family cut ties to him for that. And that means there is nobody left for Sam to rely on now, either for help. Both her and her dad are working tirelessly every single day in order to get that money so that the settlement can be paid off. And my goodness, that must suck. I do feel a little bad that she has to go through all of that instead of going to college, but I'm not going to help her any. Luckily, both my husband and my stepson have agreed with me in saying I was right to not give her any money, and that she needs to learn to take responsibility for her actions, and one way or another. I have been asked plenty of times since then why I didn't help her out when she is my blood-related daughter, and to this day I tell them that she is not my family, and that has left me wondering, what is the true meaning of family? Do you always have to call somebody related to you by blood family, or can you cut them out of your life and truly view them as a stranger? I'm not going to think too deeply into all of that, as I'm not sure there is a single good answer to that, and instead, I'm going back to my current loving family. The family that treats me with the same respect that I treat them with. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and also subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.
Kay, where the hell are you? Why haven't you done what I asked you to do this morning? I said you need to clean the stairs. It's almost noon. Why are they still dirty? The bathtub hasn't been scrubbed either. And my bed, why hasn't it been made yet? You need to explain yourself. Hello? Why are you ignoring me? Respond to me now.
Hey, Tim, do you have a minute?
Hey, what's up?
Where are you right now?
I got back 20 minutes ago. I've finished packing your stuff and about to head back to the hospital. Is everything okay? Did you need me to pick something up?
Well, it's your mother. She's been messaging me nonstop, telling me to clean the house and everything.
What? I told her that you were being admitted to the hospital because of threatened premature labor. I explained briefly what it meant, too. And she still messages you to clean the house?
It's ongoing as we speak. My phone won't stop buzzing. She is trying to make me reply to her. I'm sorry to ask you this, Tim, but can you please talk to her and make her stop?
Of course. I'll make her stop right now. I'm super sorry about this. Mom, you need to stop messaging Kay right now.
Oh, hi, dear. Why are you so upset? I'm just giving instructions to Kay because she's not fulfilling her role as your wife.
Did you not hear what I told you this morning? I took her to the hospital this morning.
And she should be back by now. It's almost lunchtime. She hasn't done anything around the house. She must be procrastinating again.
She was admitted to the hospital. Kay is staying there for a while because the baby is in danger. I explained this to you already.
Oh, really?
That was only a couple of hours ago. You couldn't have forgotten. Or did you not understand what threatened premature labor means?
Of course I know what it means.
Well, then you understand that she's in no condition to be doing chores around the house, and I've repeatedly asked you to stop telling her what to do. Do you not see how stressful it is for Kay? You bossing her around all the time is insane. This stops now.
Well, who's going to take care of everything in this house then? Are you planning on hiring someone?
I will do what I can when I'm around, but how come you don't do anything? You live here too. What's your part?
What is that supposed to mean?
You stopped doing everything as soon as we started living together. What the hell happened to you, Mom?
What are you talking about, dear? You brought in Kay into our home. That means I got to retire and she takes on my role. That's why I'm giving instructions.
Mom, you're being ridiculous. Anyway, like I said, Kay is in the hospital where she needs to stay still. Do not message her. I mean it. Do you understand?
Fine, but for now, she will do as instructed once she is better.
Whatever, Mom, whatever. Hey, sweetheart, how are you feeling today?
Well, same old, same old. Can't move much, just lying here still. But I must admit, my knitting skills have improved impeccably.
Have you been making more baby clothes like you said you were?
Yep, just finished one earlier. I couldn't believe when you first brought me knitting yarns and needles to kill time. But I must say, I am hooked. I'm going to try and make something bigger next. Like a blanket or something.
All right, but don't stress yourself trying to make something nice, though. You can be a perfectionist sometimes. Right now, you need to relax as much as possible.
All right. I will be careful not to push myself too much.
By the way, my mom hasn't messaged you lately, has she?
No, she hasn't, actually.
Okay, that's good. I spoke to your nurse and doctor about her, too, and told them to keep an eye out. But if there's anything, you let me know ASAP, okay? I don't want her around you right now.
I will. Thank you for looking out for me, hon. I know it must not be the best feeling to have to feel about your mother that way.
It's okay. You and the baby are my priority.
Thanks.
Okay, got to get back to work now. I'll message you again when I get a chance.
Okay, good luck with everything. Kay, what the hell are you doing still in the hospital? Do you know how long you've been in there? And what the hell did you tell the nurses? I asked for your room at the reception, and they told me I had to leave. They Wouldn't even let me inside the building. I was being nice to come pick you up, you know. I don't deserve this kind of treatment from you.
I was just told that you were the one making all that commotion by the entrance. I was wondering what was going on. I mean, I could hear you screaming all the way from up here. Please, stop embarrassing us, Susie.
Embarrassing? You are the one who is embarrassing, Kay. I never imagined Tim would marry a lazy woman like you. You are such a failure as a wife. You should be at home taking care of your family.
So you were going to force me to go home and do chores? Have you gone mad, Susie? Tim already explained to you that I have to be still or the baby will be in danger.
Stop it now. I know you are just pretending, Kay. You just don't want to do anything.
Excuse me?
Even if there is a serious threat of premature labor, it can't possibly be healthy for you to stay in bed this long. So get your ass up and get moving, woman. Housewives don't get rest time. Work, work, work. You will never be a good mother if you can't keep up with the housekeeping.
Susie, I'm sorry. I don't want to talk to you. There's no point in arguing with you. Goodbye.
I beg your pardon? You think you can ignore your mother-in-law? Hello? Kay, you can't ignore me. What the hell are you thinking? Hello?
Please tell me it's not true, Mom. Did you actually make a scene at the hospital? Is it true security had to escort you out?
Oh, hi, Tim.
What the hell, Mom?
I know, right? I was trying to discipline my lazy daughter-in-law. Now I can't even enter the building.
What?
I never thought she'd talk to nurses into keeping me out of the hospital. Why would she want to go that far just to be lazy?
Mom, what are you talking about? You are crazy. I told you 1,000,000 times now. Kay and the baby are under serious threat of premature labor. That means she needs to stay in bed or else the baby could come out, which could be a huge risk to his or her life. She's being directed by the doctors to stay in bed. Do you understand that?
That means nothing, darling. Her duty as your wife should be priority, and that means she needs to take care of her family in the house every day, every minute. She had a long enough break now. She needs to come back and fulfill her role.
What?
Now, help me come up with a way of getting her out of the hospital without security interfering. If she won't budge, I'm afraid you have no choice but to divorce her. You can't stay with a woman who doesn't want anything for you.
Kay, I just spoke to my mother. She's lost her mind. You can't be around her anymore. It's not safe.
Oh...
Once you get out of the hospital, you should stay with your parents until things settle down. I promise we'll find a better place to live without my mom.
So, I take it that she doesn't understand what she has done wrong?
I messaged her to stop, but she thinks I'm on her side. I don't even know how I'm supposed to make her understand anymore. I wish my dad was still around so that he could steer her in the right direction like he used to. I'm sorry, I don't have the technique to do that with her, so it's best if you just stay out of her sight.
Okay, I understand. Thanks for being on my side, Tim. I am so sorry that you have to go through this with your own mother.
Oh my God, Kay! No wonder you are lazy. You get it from your mother. You are the way you are because a lazy person like your mother brought you up. By the way, I also asked your sister to take your place, but she just brushed me off. She was so rude to me. Seriously, all of you know nothing about discipline. Your family is corrupted. I almost feel sorry for you. But you don't get to slack off around me. I will teach you what it means to be a decent housewife.
Tim, are you on your way to work?
Good morning, Kay. Yes, I am. I just got on the commuter train. Is everything all right?
Well, not really. It's about your mother again.
Uh-oh. Did she do something again? Hope it's not as bad as last time.
I'm sorry to say, but she has done much worse damage than last time.
Honestly, I really don't want to know, but what is it? What has she done?
Well, she contacted my mother and told her that I'm being lazy and won't do any housework, and that the house is a mess because of that. Therefore, asked my mother to take my place and clean the house because she needed to take responsibility of raising a failure like me.
What? You're kidding me, right?
Oh, Tim, I wish I was, but that's not all. My mother refused, of course, and tried to explain to her why I was in the hospital in the first place, but she wouldn't listen. So then she went on to contact my sister instead to ask for the same thing.
Your sister?
Yeah. How did she even know your sister's contact? Looks like they exchanged their numbers at our wedding. None of us thought that she'd use my sister's contact to ask her to clean the house.
Oh my God, what an embarrassment. I cannot believe her. I am so sorry.
It's not your fault, but as you can imagine, my family is not very pleased.
I wouldn't be too if I were them. Wait, did she go to your mom because she knew you were sent home yesterday?
No, it sounded like she had no clue. She doesn't know I am out and here with my parents now.
I see.
Out of curiosity, by the way, how bad is the house right now? Is it so bad that she has to ask someone to clean it?
No, it's not that bad at all. I mean, I'm not perfect, but I do my best to keep it decent. Of course, it would be much more efficient if my mom would do some of the housekeeping too, but she doesn't do anything.
Well, she must not like that her son is doing all the chores.
I think so, but damn, I am still in disbelief. Why would she put the blame on your family? That is so absurd.
Yeah, and that's why my parents want to talk to you now. They want to hear what you think of your mother's situation.
Of course they would. Yes, absolutely. I will talk to them and explain everything.
I already told them it's not your fault. They are not angry at you or anything. They just want to sort things out, you know?
Yes, and I promise I will get this sorted. I just want to make sure my mom doesn't find out what we're up to or that you are staying at their place now. I'll try to get a grasp of my mom's schedule on the weekend so that I don't get distracted by her. Can you please tell your parents that I will call them later and let them know when exactly I'll be able to swing by on the weekend?
No problem. Tim, you are a good man. Thank you for doing this for me.
Hey, it's the least I can do. I'll let you know my plan for the weekend as soon as I know. Meanwhile, get more rest and try to relax, okay?
All right. Talk to you later then.
Kay, you need to explain yourself now. Is it true that you are out of the hospital? Have you been staying with your parents without telling me? A close friend of mine told me that she saw you in the supermarket in your hometown. How many times do I have to tell you that you must fulfill your role? You are not doing anything that is required of you. What is wrong with you? Seriously, do you not have any sense of responsibility as a housewife? You need to come back here immediately. And as punishment, you will clean the entire house on your own until it becomes spotless. My poor son has been taking your place and cleaning the house this whole time. Starting from today, you will get back here and do your duty. Do I make myself clear? Respond to me now!
Yes, Susie. I understand. I am on my way back now and promise to clean the house.
Finally, you should have listened to me from the start. I will be expecting you by sundown. Hey, who are all these people? Are they some kind of cleaners? There are like a dozen of them. I heard the front door open and thought it was you. I was ready to tell you off, but then these strangers came storming into the house, and they began sweeping everything off the floor as soon as they came in.
Oh, good. They have arrived.
Tell me who these people are. They told me you sent them. Did you hire these people so that you don't have to clean the house yourself? What on earth are you thinking, Kay?
They are not hired people. They are my angry family.
Family? I don't understand.
Take a closer look. My mother and sister are there on my behalf too, just as you wished.
Huh?
That's what you wanted, wasn't it? Oh, and Tim should be there with them too. Have you not seen him yet? Maybe he is outside by the truck, giving the loaders instruction on what goes where.
What? Tim is here as well? I don't get it. What is happening in my house? Why is my son not talking to me? He was outside like you said, but he is busy loading stuff onto the truck with the others. I tried talking to him, but he is ignoring me. What the hell did you do?
I didn't do anything. It was his idea to send a bunch of people to your house. I mean, he planned to hire professional cleaners until my angry family began to volunteer. So he decided he should be there to give the directions. I mean, my family would need some kind of instructions from someone who lives there, right?
That is not what I'm asking. Why is he acting like he is on your side? He is my boy. How did you talk to him into bullying me like this?
Your son was never on your side from the beginning. You didn't even realize that he was trying to make you stop from bullying me. How pathetic, Susie. How pathetic.
What the hell are you talking about?
He doesn't like you anymore. He despises you for bullying me on a daily basis, putting every single chore in the house on my plate. And despite explaining to you multiple times, for trying to get me out of the hospital, knowing the danger it could cause to me and the baby, and for doing so, all because you want me working like a maid.
I was just doing my part because you wouldn't. You caused all this, not me. He can't hate me for that, and he can't bully his own mother like this. Why is he moving stuff out of the house in the first place? Where are they taking all of the furniture? Hello? Tell me what is going on. Kay, answer me. Tim, baby, please talk to me. How can you keep ignoring your mommy? Please explain why you are doing this to me. Why and where have you taken everything in the house?
I was at Kay's parents' house this morning. We were discussing your actions and how to deal with it.
What? What is there to discuss with her lazy family? I was just trying to straighten things out for you, darling. Why can't you understand that?
Mom, you have really lost control of yourself. I cannot believe you called Kay's mom and sister to tell them they needed to clean the house on Kay's behalf. It is beyond absurd and extremely rude. Kay's dad is furious about how you've been treating her, and on top of that, being ridiculous to her family. So he asked me to stop by his place to talk about it. That's why I was at their place this morning. But then we discovered that you found out Kay was discharged from the hospital and have been staying at her parents'. We didn't want you to bother Kay or her family in any way, so we discussed and decided to get back at you by doing exactly what you have asked for, which is to clean the house spotless.
What do you mean you wanted to get back at me? If you and your wife's family are just cleaning the house, then I don't have any problem. Now that you've finished, then bring my furniture back.
We're leaving, Mom, for good. The house is spotless now because there's nothing there. The furniture belongs to us. We bought it when we moved in with you, remember?
You are leaving me? What the hell, Tim? How the hell am I supposed to live on my own? You can't just leave your elderly mother here.
I can, and you shouldn't expect to be able to live in that house any longer. I already called the landlord and we agreed to terminate our rent after this month, so you need to get out of there within 2 weeks.
Excuse me. Tim, please tell me you are joking. You can't possibly be so morbid to your own mom.
You're not my mom anymore. I'm sorry, but we are done. I don't want you in my life.
No, don't say that. That is such a horrible thing to say. My sweet boy would never say such a thing to me. It's all because of that woman. She talked you into this, didn't she? That witch.
No, this is my decision. And that attitude of yours is exactly why I'm leaving you. You treat my wife and her family like crap, you make us unhappy. I've tried to make you stop, and I'm sorry that I failed to do so, but I will not tolerate you treating people who are important to me so horribly. So goodbye, Mother. I wish you well.
Tim, baby. Wait. I was just trying to educate Kay, I swear. She wasn't meeting our family standards. I was doing everything for you. Tim!
Tim and my father set up a bunch of security cameras and other gadgets around the house, as all of us expected Susie to show up at my parents' house at some point, but to our surprise, she didn't show up, and instead, Tim got a call from the police station asking him to retrieve his mother. It turns out that Susie had showed up at the wrong house, and the sympathetic owner asked police for help, believing Susie was delusional. Although Tim would never pick her up after what she had done to us. Tim explained their relationship to the police and politely declined to pick her up from the station. Having nowhere to go, Susie ended up moving in with her older brother back in her hometown, half a continent away from us. Her brother, who happens to be a drunk without any family or job, had recently used up all the money their parents left them. The last I heard, Susie began working to support the two of them, but having a hard time keeping a job because of her horrible selfish attitude. Frankly, I don't care what happens to her as long as she is out of me and my family's life. But it's sad to think that at such an age, she does not understand what she has done wrong, or why she can't look down on people the way that she does. I also feel very sorry for Tim, that he had to cut his mother out of the family picture, but so grateful that he stood by me the whole time.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.